Is this where your god friend sleeps? I assume we'll have to break this barrier somehow.
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever. Careful with them.
Here's hoping we can avoid that madness down there.
Let's go.
At last you see our prison, the place where we have suffered. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice. Through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here. It is real enough to hold us. A fortress, a nightmare. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us. We refuse to remain caged. Release us. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. The fist of empire. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. We blink, days pass. Talons carve a sentence in our skin. She strikes us now. Now! Pluck her out! We must be free of her! A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there. You will not. Center your thoughts. The path will bend to your intent. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. Freedom, yes, let us loose. We will destroy it all. We are owed for what they did. Let us rend our foes, burn them as she burned us. As do you. Your words and actions are a tangled mess. You met death, and you sought vengeance. And how can we trust the Strangler to leave us in peace? You showed us that we need to take matters into our... Let us... The blood of our tormentor. We asked what you would do. Do not stifle us so. Harm the tongue. End our pain. Let us free. At last. Focus. Let your essence bend our cage. Let the bars snap. They built their walls around us, felled our trees, took our breath. No more, no more. Hold fast. We are almost through. We grow. We fly. We will never be a prisoner again. And now...
Depths.
It's bad.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far. Doubtful. While they were in chains, so too was their power.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't...
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of...
It's like how a body fights an infection.
Look at this place. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without.
If he didn't start this himself.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without.
Before we go, what happened?
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell.
After all this time, they're free. And the living...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
Kin and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we...
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
Hi, Envoy! Ah, the Garrote. Look what they've done to Paradise. They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing? It's an outrage. They've got no respect for the living land's history. They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was...
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. I'm... on the very first page.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! I took some supplies when I ran. I'll leave it.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made it snow in Shatterscarp.
Wow. But why snow?
Can't believe this is happening.
A familiar face. We meet again, Envoy. Paradise burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone. It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions. Envoy, please. You know there's no point lying to me. I'm here because I'm curious about what you'll do in this moment. Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice. Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire. Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Yes, of course. I look forward to working with you.
My research awaits.
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. Thank you again for your help back in the archives. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the Living Lands stand ready to defend their home. Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradise falls?
We will find a way to persevere. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our death. If Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope so. That's as much as I'll say. Do the right thing.
Giata, where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the Living Lands, where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality.
May I see it?
Not if you value your life.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the Likewise, I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. Indeed, the metaphysical currents of the Living Lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Enjoy your creepy corpse friends, or whatever.
We know you. Did you help us? We must have seen you in a dream. Adelaro. Does he fight for us? Why do we think of this name?
I'm not going to let those Garrote bastards burn this city too. Do you think it's over? We really won't see any more dream thralls? I'm not going to let those Garrote bastards burn this city too.
Polska Sagrada.
As prepared as he'll ever be.
Who knows? Maybe all this will make a hero out of him.
We don't need more heroes. We need everyone to come back alive.
I'll give you that. Just be ready. It's about time Fior stepped up to defend the rest of the Living Lands.
The Steel Garrote would see all of us burn. Remember that when you're picking sides.
Gods, that's a lot of bodies.
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will... If I seem distracted, I apologize. I've seen plenty of her handiwork, though she doesn't leave much to sew back together. Unfortunately, my hands are full if I don't get any sleep. I suppose I've earned a couple of winks. The next time we see each other, I just hope the fighting.
Relaxation helps to clear the mind. Nothing else comes close.
Is that you? Envoy, how did you...
I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
The fuck?
Ah, your face. We all wondered whose godlike you were.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can. Be good to the living lands.
Don't let Adir fuck us over, is what he means.
More or less. I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that.
Don't fuck it up for us.
Cannot afford to hesitate. Trust your comrades, and you will lead each other to victory.
I could go with you.
And get yourself run through with a steel garrote longsword? No way.
I might not be able to fight, but I can keep you on your feet.
Exactly. You can't fight. So just stay here, wait it out, and...
Shut up, Rwanda. Who set your arm during that storm when Andra's mortar fell? Or stitched up Tauwe's shoulder when the RDC got the drop on us near Sayuka? I'm not letting you stand against the steel garrote alone when you don't even know how to spell tourniquet. I've got bandages, needles, thread, rags for wound packing, my belt if she needs a tourniquet. What am I missing? Painkillers.
Envoy, didn't think I'd be seeing you here. From one battlefield to another, eh? Dream thralls and now this. Ludwig's a loose cannon, and the steel garrote don't answer to anyone but her. This place won't be safe for adherents for decades, even if she wins. Gods help us all.
Envoy? Is it really you?
Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them? Ludwig had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giata and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Naku Tedek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
We saw similar destruction at Nakukubel. If these roots and the Dream Scourge are the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
Let's hope they don't decide to further amend themselves by coming for our heads.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Sapadal's power ravaged my people. I don't know that I can ever trust it.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now.
But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last either, depending on how things go. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible. Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden. The lawful settlement of a new Adirian colony, supposedly. Or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a powerful endorsement. Somewhere inside that hollow head of hers, I believe she always hoped she'd turn you to her side. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn oath, and neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
We've had no news from inside for several. From what we can observe, southern Paradise is in peace.
Is there nothing?
Given the state of our supply routes after the dreams, we expect the people trapped inside will run short.
We brought as many Hale and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the keep was saved, but there is much to repair. Particularly if we are to endure a siege. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
Well, that's been a point. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should...
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how.
Precisely.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the god.
Sure. Just blame the dead woman.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwig and the Tusks?
You could start with blaming your own incompetence.
Ludwig's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one...
The Inquisitor answers only to Wodika. In attacking Paradise, she has dragged us all far beyond the bounds of the Emperor's desires. Ludwig agrees. Our success would model the order and dignity of the Steel Garrote.
You can say what you want, but you're still trying...
You think I'll ignore what I've seen with my own eyes?
Oh, are we all...
I can't wait to see how you weasel out of...
I know it will. We are leading by example, returning order and dignity to Paradise in the wake of the Clavager's death. We will do the same to the frontier.
Where was order and dignity when you burned Fjord?
My administration had nothing to do with that. Adiran rule and rule by the Steel Garrote would be markedly different beasts.
Spoken like a fucking diplomat. Order and dignity. That's what you think would...
You will take it all, whether they...
What passes between Ludwig and her men, or between Ludwig and the Emperor, for that matter. But if I had to guess, this was...
Your empire is...
Your republics are hardly any different.
As you say.
I've answered your questions. Now I would like you, all of you, to answer mine. Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding... Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed. The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran. Their roads would be smooth Adiran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Adiran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Adiran. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their... Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rawatai, not the Valian republics. This island would be safe for the...
The adder's promise. Clip our feathers as we find our wing. The deed binds as the wire. Out! Out!
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. If you have any love for this land...
Rawatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have Of course, it can take but Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissent...
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir. Adir should turn back now.
Of course. The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local community. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid. Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally. Well, give the...
Subtle, pernicious, cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety amongst... When do they bite?
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Of course.
I know why.
You have seen more of this land, and met more of its people than any of us. Your opinion is informed. You were empowered by the Emperor himself to invest. You are the close personal friend of a rogue god. And in our dealings together, I found you to be a person of substance. But mostly, it's because you're Adiran, so I trust you. And these fine people here are going to do whatever they like if they don't agree with you anyway. Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives...
Risk into bounty. Does the winter frost dissuade the sea? Many fruits on our boughs. Resist the blight. Drive out the pest.
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing. Setting up your own is... We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means, so we'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for...
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil, I'm open to uniting, if you are.
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. If we walk away from a relationship with Adir, we're leaving a lot of trade on the table. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the world. I'm sure we'd find our way through.
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire do to stop us? Together, we could repair Fior and create such miracles of animancy the living lands will become the envy of the world. It would be the honor of my life to stand with my people beside you all.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradis burns. Envoy, be reasonable. This is not a good idea. Give these people an ounce of agency, and there's no telling what they'll do. Wodeka, have mercy on my soul. Well, what will the illustrious leaders of the Living Lands decide?
So this is what I want. I would prefer we keep to ourselves as we have, but if it will take all of us to repel your people, a united Living Lands it is.
The Living Lands is going to need trade partners if we're gonna make it out here. I support a grave rum.
I must throw in with Thirdborn, who opened their doors to us in our time of need. It will be a grave rum for the people of yore.
Well, it's hardly unanimous, but the majority shall rule. A grave room it shall be, then.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the Living Lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis.
Whatever happens to the Living Lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Wodeka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza. Let's just say this is not my first brush with a tyrannical... May all the gods...
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it work.
So we're going after...
What do you want? Adir and the Steel Garrote will regret ever laying... Yes, for now. Adir cannot be... All of us must be... Marius, I'm proud to have known you.
We all have, Mator.
I can see Death's shadow.
Some things...
Give the Steel Garrote...
I was worried for a moment, but you proved my fears
Envoy, I am sorry our paths had to cross. Turning on your kinsman could not have been easy. You mean our future is ever... I dreamed of better things for the living... While I have you, I want to... Take care in battle.
What? No.
Forgive me. I have nothing more to teach. Once...
I... Be seeing you, old man.
Decent enough fellow. Hope he makes it through this. You should get some sleep. Big day coming up. Right. Things feel different now. Wrong. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but putting my life on the line for someone else's cause... You helped me through some rough Sokka, Envoy. Your cause became... We're about to go out there and risk our lives for... We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for... It's fine. I feel like you're not trying to make me... I'll be all right, Envoy. You go get some blessed day rest.
Can't sleep? We're going into battle for the soul of the Living Lands. Rallying under the banners of the Paradis. Your Emperor will not be pleased. Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, the Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last. All we ask in return is that you do the... From what I understand, your ambassador is... For a politician like him, when he promises you the world... I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fight. Time for you to get some rest. When I agreed to travel with you, and now the Living Lands is dependent on the Empire. We're free to make our own laws. We're free to thrive. Until our taxes finance your next war, with our people padding the front lines. We're free until we're not. At the end of the day, I don't trust the What's done is... In truth, I've been thinking of a Death Guard I could be wrong. But I don't think malice alone is... It takes something more enriched. Faith is the foundation of her reality. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. By that logic, you shouldn't exist. By staying alive, you are the godlike of a heretical... Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Who knows? Or maybe not. Whatever happens... Is it really that? No matter who wins, in my heart I know that I just want to... Not before I've done some reading.
So the Living Lands is finally joining the rest of the world.